What it do and what it don't do. Boy, it's your boy Self-Conscious. And I'm tapping in with another quick live video. And guys, y'all already know what time it is. We down to 16 days before this presidential election. Don't act like y'all don't know what's going on. And I told y'all about that debate, right? I need y'all to check this out. Watch how Donald Trump mopped the floor with this clown right here. I need y'all to tap in right now. Like, share, subscribe, comment, and turn on all post notification bells. Let's get into it.
It's wonderful to have you. It's an honor to have you both here tonight.
Good evening. We are looking forward to a spirited and thoughtful debate.
So let's get started. I want to begin tonight with the issue that voters repeatedly say is their number one issue, and that is the economy and the cost of living in this country. Vice President Harris, you and President Trump were elected 4 years ago, and your opponent on the stage here tonight often asks his supporters, are you better off than you were 4 years ago? When it comes to the economy, do you believe Americans are better off than they were 4 years ago?
So I was raised as a middle-class kid, and I am actually the only person on this stage who has a plan that is about lifting up the middle class and working people of America. I believe in the ambition, the aspirations, the dreams of the American people. And that is why I imagine and have actually a plan to build what I call an opportunity economy. Because here's the thing. We know that we have a shortage of homes and housing. And the cost of housing is too expensive for far too many people. We know that young families need support to raise their children, and I intend on extending a tax cut for those families of $6,000, which is the largest child tax credit that we have given in a long time, so that those young families can afford to buy a crib, buy a car seat, buy clothes for their children. My passion, one of them, is small businesses. My mother raised my sister and me, but there was a woman who helped raise us. We call her our second mother. She was a small business owner. I love our small businesses. My plan is to give a $50,000 tax deduction to start up small businesses, knowing they are part of the backbone of America's economy. My opponent, on the other hand, his plan is to do what he has done before, which is to provide a tax cut for billionaires and big corporations, which will result in $5 trillion to America's deficit. My opponent has a plan that I call the Trump's sales tax, which would be a 20% tax on everyday goods that you rely on to get through the month. Economists have said that Trump sales tax would actually result for middle-class families in about $4,000 more a year because of his policies and his ideas about what should be the backs of middle-class people paying for tax cuts for billionaires.
President Trump, I'll give you 2 minutes.
First of all, I have no sales tax. That's an incorrect statement. She knows that. We're doing tariffs on other countries. Other countries are going to finally, after 75 years, pay us back for all that we've done for the world. And the tariff will be substantial in some cases. I took in billions and billions of dollars, as you know, from China. In fact, they never took the tariff off because it was so much money they can't. It would totally destroy everything that they've set out to do. They're taking in billions of dollars from China and other places. They've left the tariffs on. When I had it, I had tariffs, and yet I had no inflation. Look, we've had a terrible economy because inflation which is really known as a country buster. It breaks up countries. We have inflation like very few people have ever seen before, probably the worst in our nation's history. We were at 21%, but that's being generous because many things are 50, 60, 70, and 80% higher than they were just a few years ago. This has been a disaster for people, for the middle class, but for every class. On top of that, we have millions of people pouring into our country from prisons and jails, from mental institutions and insane asylums, and they're coming in and they're taking jobs that are occupied right now by African Americans and Hispanics, and also unions. Unions are going to be affected very soon. And you see what's happening. You see what's happening with towns throughout the United States. You look at Springfield, Ohio. You look at Aurora in Colorado. They are taking over the towns. They're taking over buildings. They're going in violently. These are the people that Xi and Biden led into our country, and they're destroying our country. They're dangerous. They're at the highest level of criminality, and we have to get them out. We have to get them out fast. I created one of the greatest economies in the history of our country. I'll do it again and even better.
We are going to get to immigration and border security during this debate, but I would like to let Vice President Harris respond on the economy here.
Well, I would love to. Let's talk about what Donald Trump left us. Donald Trump left us the worst unemployment since the Great Depression. Donald Trump left us the worst public health epidemic in a century. Donald Trump left us the worst attack on our democracy since the Civil War. And what we have done is clean up Donald Trump's mess. What we have done and what I intend to do is build on what we know are the aspirations and the hopes of the American people. But I'm going to tell you all, in this debate tonight, you're going to hear from the same old tired playbook, a bunch of lies, grievances, and name-calling. What you're going to hear tonight is a detailed and dangerous plan called Project 2025 that the former president intends on implementing if he were elected again. I believe very strongly that the American people want a president who understands the importance of bringing us together, knowing we have so much more in common than what separates us. And I pledge to you to be a president for all Americans.
President Trump will give you a minute to respond.
Number one, I have nothing to do, as you know, and as she knows better than anyone, I have nothing to do with Project 2025. That's out there. I haven't read it. I don't want to read it purposely. I'm not going to read it. This was a group of people that got together. They came up with some ideas. I guess some good, some bad. But it makes no difference. I have nothing to do. Everybody knows I'm an open book. Everybody knows what I'm going to do. Cut taxes very substantially and create a great economy like I did before. We had the greatest economy. We got hit with a pandemic. And the pandemic was not since 1917, where 100 million people died. Has there been anything like it? We did a phenomenal job with the pandemic. We handed them over a country where the economy and where the stock market was higher than it was before the pandemic came in. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. We made ventilators for the entire world. We got gowns, we got masks, we did things that nobody thought possible. And people give me credit for rebuilding the military. They give me credit for a lot of things, but not enough credit for the great job we did with the pandemic. But the only jobs they got were bounce back jobs. These were jobs bounced back, and it bounced back and it went to their benefit. But I was the one that created them. They know it, and so does everybody else.
Vice President Harris, I'll let you respond.
So, Donald Trump has no plan for you. And when you look at his economic plan, it's all about tax breaks for the richest people. I am offering what I describe as an opportunity economy, and the best economists in our country, if not the world, have reviewed our relative plans for the future of America. What Goldman Sachs has said is that Donald Trump's plan would make the economy worse, mine would strengthen the economy. What the Wharton School has said is Donald Trump's plan would actually explode the deficit. 16 Nobel laureates have described his economic plan as something that would increase inflation and by the middle of next year would invite a recession. You just have to look at where we are and where we stand on the issues. And I'd invite you to know that Donald Trump actually has no plan for you because he is more interested in defending himself than he is in looking out for you.
I went to the Wharton School of Finance, and many of those professors, the top professors, think my plan is a brilliant plan. It's a great plan. It's a plan that's going to bring up our worth, our value as a country. It's going to make people want to be able to go and work and create jobs and create a lot of good, solid money for our country. And just to finish off, she doesn't have a plan. She copied Biden's plan, and it's like 4 sentences, like run, spot, run. 4 sentences that are just, oh, we'll try and lower taxes. She doesn't have a plan. Take a look at her plan. She doesn't have a plan.
Mr. President, I do want to drill down on something you both brought up. The Vice President brought up your tariffs. You responded, and let's drill down on this, because your plan is what she calls is essentially a national sales tax. Your proposal calls for tariffs, as you pointed out here, on foreign imports across the board. You recently said that you might double your plan, imposing tariffs up to 20% on goods coming into this country. As you know, many economists say that with tariffs at that level, costs are then passed on to the consumer. Vice President Harris has argued it'll mean higher prices on gas, food, clothing, medication, arguing it costs the typical family nearly $4,000 a year. Do you believe Americans can afford higher prices because of tariffs?
They're not going to have higher prices. What's going to have, and who's going to have higher prices is China and all of the countries that have been ripping us off for years. I was the only president ever. China was paying us hundreds of billions of dollars, and so were other countries. And, you know, if she doesn't like them, they should have gone out and they should have immediately cut the tariffs. But those tariffs are there 3.5 years now under their administration. We are going to take in billions of dollars, hundreds of billions of dollars. I had no inflation, virtually no inflation. They had the highest inflation perhaps in the history of our country, because I've never seen a worse period of time. People can't go out and buy cereal or bacon or eggs or anything else. The people of our country are absolutely dying with what they've done. They've destroyed the economy. And all you have to do is look at a poll. The polls say 80 and 85 and even 90% that the Trump economy was great, that their economy was terrible.
Vice President Harris, I do want to ask for your response. And you heard what the president said there, because the Biden administration did keep a number of the Trump tariffs in place.
America. He invited trade wars. You want to talk about his deal with China? What he ended up doing is, under Donald Trump's presidency, he ended up selling American chips to China to help them improve and modernize their military, basically sold us out, when a policy about China should be in making sure the United States of America wins the competition for the 21st century, which means focusing on the details of what that requires, focusing on relationships with our allies, focusing on investing in American-based technology so that we win the race on AI, on quantum computing, focusing on what we need to do to support America's workforce so that we don't end up having on the short end of the stick in terms of workers' rights. But what Donald Trump did, let's talk about this, with COVID, is he actually thanked President Xi for what he did during COVID. Look at his tweet. Thank you, President Xi, exclamation point, when we know that Xi was responsible for lacking and not giving us transparency about the origins of COVID.
President Trump, I'll let you respond.
First of all, they bought their chips from Taiwan. We hardly make chips anymore because of philosophies like they have and policies like they have. I don't say her because she has no policy. Everything that she believed 3 years ago and 4 years ago is out the window. She's going to my philosophy now. In fact, I was going to send her a MAGA hat. She's gone to my philosophy. But if she ever got elected, she'd change it. And it will be the end of our country. She's a Marxist. Everybody knows she's a Marxist. Her father's a Marxist professor in economics, and he taught her well. But when you look at what she's done to our country, and when you look at these millions and millions of people that are pouring into our country monthly, where it's, I believe, 21 million people, not the 15 that people say, and I think it's a lot higher than the 21. That's bigger than New York State pouring in. And just look at what they're doing to our country. They're criminals. Many of these people coming in are criminals. And that's bad for our economy, too. You know, you mentioned before, we'll talk about immigration later. Well, bad immigration is the worst thing that can happen to our economy. They have, and she has, destroyed our country with policy that's insane. Almost policy that you say they have to hate our country.
President Trump, thank you. Lindsay?
I want to turn to the issue of abortion. President Trump, you've often touted that you were able to kill Roe v. Wade. Last year, you said that you were proud to be the most pro-life president in American history. Then last month, you said that your administration would be great for women and their reproductive rights. In your home state of Florida, you surprised many with regard to your 6-week abortion ban, because you initially had said that it was too short. And you said, quote, I'm going to be voting that we need more than 6 weeks. But then the very next day, you reversed course and said you would vote to support the 6-week ban. Vice President Harris says that women shouldn't trust you on the issue of abortion because you've changed your position so many times. Therefore, why should they trust you?
Well, the reason I'm doing that vote is because the plan is, as you know, the vote is, they have abortion in the 9th month. They even have, and you can look at the governor of West Virginia, the previous governor of West Virginia, not the current governor, who's doing an excellent job, but the governor before, he said the baby will be born and we will decide what to do with the baby. In other words, we'll execute the baby. And That's why I did that, because that predominates, because they're radical. The Democrats are radical in that. And her vice presidential pick, which I think is a horrible pick, by the way, for our country, because he is really out of it. But her vice presidential pick says abortion in the 9th month is absolutely fine. He also says execution after birth. It's an execution, no longer abortion, because the baby is born, is okay. And that's not okay with me, hence the vote. But what I did is something for 52 years. They've been trying to get Roe v. Wade into the states. And through the genius and heart and strength of 6 Supreme Court justices, we were able to do that. Now, I believe in the exceptions for rape, incest, and life of the mother. I believe strongly in it. Ronald Reagan did also. 85% of Republicans do. Exceptions. Very important. But we were able to get it, and now states are...
Guys, I need y'all to smash that like button right now. If you's a Republican and you on my live, you need to be hitting that like button. I'm going to be on the camera in a minute. Stop playing games. Republicans, get them lights up.
They all wanted this issue to be brought back to the states where the people could vote. And that's what happened. Now, Ohio, the vote was somewhat liberal. Kansas, the vote was somewhat liberal, much more liberal than people would have thought. But each individual state is voting. It's the vote of the people now. It's not tied up in the federal government. I did a great service in doing it. It took courage to do it. And the Supreme Court had great courage in doing it. And I give tremendous credit to those 6 justices.
There is no state in this country where it is legal to kill a baby after it's born. Madam Vice President, I want to get your response to President Trump.
Well, as I said, you're going to hear a bunch of lies, and that's not actually a surprising fact. Let's understand how we got here. Donald Trump hand-selected 3 members of the United States Supreme Court with the intention that they would undo the protections of Roe v. Wade. And they did exactly as he intended. And now in over 20 states, there are Trump abortion bans, which make it criminal for a doctor or nurse to provide health care. In one state, it provides prison for life. Trump abortion bans that make no exception even for rape and incest, which understand what that means. A survivor of a crime of violation to their body does not have the right to make a decision about what happens to their body next. That is immoral. And one does not have to abandon their faith or deeply held beliefs to agree. The government, and Donald Trump certainly, should not be telling a woman what to do with her body. I have talked with women around our country. You want to talk about this is what people wanted? Pregnant women who want to carry a pregnancy to term, suffering from a miscarriage, being denied care in an emergency room because the healthcare providers are afraid they might go to jail, and she's bleeding out in a car in the parking lot. She didn't want that. Her husband didn't want that. A 12 or 13-year-old survivor of incest being forced to carry a pregnancy to term. They don't want that. And I pledge to you, when Congress passes a bill to put back in place the protections of Roe v. Wade, as President of the United States, I will proudly sign it into law. But understand, if Donald Trump were to be reelected, he will sign a national abortion ban. Understand, in his Project 2025, there would be a national abortion, a monitor that would be monitoring your pregnancies, your miscarriages. I think the American people believe that certain freedoms, in particular the freedom to make decisions about one's own body, should not be made by the government.
Thank you, Vice President Harris.
Well, there she goes again. It's a lie. I'm not signing a ban, and there's no reason to sign a ban, because we've gotten what everybody wanted. Democrats, Republicans, and everybody else, and every legal scholar wanted it to be brought back into the states, and the states are voting. And it may take a little time, but for 52 years, this issue has torn our country apart, and they wanted it back in the states. And I did something that nobody thought was possible. The states are now voting. What she says is an absolute lie. And as far as the abortion ban, no, I'm not in favor of abortion ban, but it doesn't matter because this issue has now been taken over by the states.
Would you veto a national abortion ban if it came
Well, I
to your
won't
desk?
have to because, again, and two things. Number one, she said she'll go back to Congress. She'll never get the vote. It's impossible for her to get the vote, especially now with the 50-50 and essentially 50-50 in both Senate and the House. She's not going to get the vote. She can't get the vote. She won't even come close to it. So it's just talk. You know what it reminds me of when they said they're going to get student loans terminated, and it ended up being a total catastrophe. The student loans, and then her, I think probably her boss, if you call him a boss, he spends all his time on the beach. But look, her boss went out and said, we'll do it again. We'll do it a different way. And he went out, got rejected again by the Supreme Court. So all these students got taunted with this whole thing about this whole idea. And how unfair that would have been, part of the reason they lost, to the millions and millions of people that had to pay off their student loans. They didn't get it for free. But they were saying it's the same way that they talked about that they talk about abortion.
But if I could just get a yes or no, because your running mate, J.D. Vance, has said that you would veto it if it did come to your desk.
Well, I didn't discuss it with J.D. in all fairness. J.D., and I don't mind if he has a certain view, but I think he was speaking for me, but I really didn't. Look, we don't have to discuss it because she'd never be able to get it, just like she couldn't get student loans. They couldn't get student loans. They didn't even come close to getting student loans. They taunted
Double tap that stream for the win.
Loans. They can never get this approved. So it doesn't matter what she says about going to Congress. Well, wonderful. Let's go to Congress, do it. But the fact is that for years they wanted to get it out of Congress and out of the federal government. And we did something that everybody said couldn't be done. And now you have a vote of the people on abortion.
Vice President Harris, I want to give you your time to respond, but I do want to ask, would you support any restrictions on a woman's right to an abortion?
I absolutely support reinstating the protections of Roe v. Wade. And as you rightly mentioned, nowhere in America is a woman carrying a pregnancy to term and asking for an abortion. That is not happening. It's insulting to the women of America. And understand what has been happening under Donald Trump's abortion bans. Couples who pray and dream of having a family are being denied IVF treatments. What is happening in our country? Working people, working women who are working one or two jobs, who can barely afford childcare as it is, have to travel to another state to get on a plane sitting next to strangers to go and get the health care she needs. Barely can afford to do it, and what you are putting her through is unconscionable. And the people of America have not, the majority of Americans believe in a woman's right to make decisions about her own body, and that is why in every state where this issue has been on the ballot, in red and blue states both, the people of America have voted for freedom.
Vice President Harris.
Excuse me, I have to respond. Another lie. It's another lie. I have been a leader on IVF, which is fertilization. The IVF, I have been a leader. In fact, when they got a very negative decision on IVF from the Alabama courts, I saw the people of Alabama and the legislature 2 days later voted it in. I've been a leader on it. They know that, and everybody else knows it. I have been a leader on fertilization, IVF. And the other thing, you should ask, will she allow abortion in the 8th month, 9th month, 7th month?
Come on.
Okay, would you do that? Why don't you ask me that
Why
question?
don't you answer the question? Would you
Because
veto?
under Roe v.
Answer
Wade,
the question. Would you veto?
you could do abortions in the 7th month, the 8th month, the 9th
That's
month,
not true.
and probably after birth. Just look at the former governor of Virginia. The governor of Virginia said we put the baby aside and then we determine what we want to do with the baby.
President Trump, thank you.
We're going to turn now to immigration and border security. We know it's an issue that's important to Republicans, Democrats, voters across the board in this country. Vice President Harris, you were tasked by President Biden with getting to the root causes of migration from Central America. We know that illegal border crossings reached a record high in the Biden administration. This past June, President Biden imposed tough new asylum restrictions. We know the numbers since then have dropped significantly. But my question to you tonight is, why did the administration wait until 6 months before the election to act? And would you have done anything differently from President Biden on this?
So I'm the only person on this stage who has prosecuted transnational criminal organizations for the trafficking of guns, drugs, and human beings. And let me say that the United States Congress, including some of the most conservative members of the United States Senate, came up with a border security bill, which I supported. And that bill would have put 1,500 more border agents on the border to help those folks who are working there right now overtime, trying to do their job. It would have allowed us to stem the flow of fentanyl coming into the United States. I know there are so many families watching tonight who have been personally affected by the surge of fentanyl in our country. That bill would have put more resources to allow us to prosecute transnational criminal organizations for trafficking in guns, drugs, and human beings. But you know what happened to that bill? Donald Trump got on the phone, called up some folks in Congress, and said, kill the bill. And you know why? Because he preferred to run on a problem instead of fixing a problem. And understand, this comes at a time where the people of our country actually need a leader who engages in solutions, who actually addresses the problems at hand. But what we have in the former president is someone who would prefer to run on a problem instead of fixing a problem. And I'll tell you something, he's going to talk about immigration a lot tonight, even when it's not the subject that is being raised. And I'm going to actually do something really unusual, and I'm going to invite you to attend one of Donald Trump's rallies, because it's a really interesting thing to watch. You will see during the course of his rallies, he talks about fictional characters like Hannibal Lecter. He will talk about windmills cause cancer. And what you will also notice is that people start leaving his rallies early out of exhaustion and boredom. And I will tell you, the one thing you will not hear him talk about is you. You will not hear him talk about your needs, your dreams, and your desires. And I'll tell you, I believe you deserve a president who actually puts you first, and I pledge to you that I will.
Vice President Harris, thank you. President Trump, on that point, I want to get your response.
Well, I would like to respond.
Let me just ask, though, why did you try to kill that bill, and successfully so, that would have put thousands of additional agents and officers on the board?
First, let me respond as to the rallies. She said people start leaving. People don't go to her rallies. There's no reason to go. And the people that do go, she's bussing them in and paying them to be there, and then showing them in a different light. So she can't talk about that. People don't leave my rallies. We have the biggest rallies, the most incredible rallies in the history of politics. That's because people want to take their country back. Our country is being lost. We're a failing nation. And it happened 3.5 years ago. And what's going on here, you're going to end up in World War III, just to go into another subject. What they have done to our country by allowing these millions and millions of people to come into our country, and look at what's happening to the towns all over the United States. And a lot of towns don't want to talk. It's not going to be Aurora or Springfield. A lot of towns don't want to talk about it because they're so embarrassed by it. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame. As far as rallies are concerned, as far as the reason they go is they like what I say. They want to bring our country back. They want to make America great again. It's a very simple phrase, make America great again. She's destroying this country, and if she becomes president, this country doesn't have a chance of success. Not only success, we'll end up being Venezuela on steroids.
I just want to clarify here. You bring up Springfield, Ohio, and ABC News did reach out to the city manager there. He told us there have been no credible reports of specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals within the immigrant community.
Well, I've seen people on television.
Let me just say here, this is
the people on television say my dog was taken and used for food. So maybe he said that, and maybe that's a good thing to say for a city manager.
I'm not taking this from
television. But the people on television say the dog was eaten by the people that went there.
Again, the Springfield city manager says there's no evidence of that. Vice President Harris, I'll let you respond to the rest of what you've heard.
You talk about extreme. This is, I think, one of the reasons why in this election, I actually have the endorsement of 200 Republicans who have formerly worked with President Bush, Mitt Romney, and John McCain, including the endorsement of former Vice President Dick Cheney and Congress member Liz Cheney. And if you want to really know the inside track on who the former president is, if he didn't make it clear already, just ask people who have worked with him. His former chief of staff, a 4-star general, has said he has contempt for the Constitution of the United States. His former national security advisor has said he is dangerous and unfit. His former Secretary of Defense has said the nation, the Republic, would never survive a...
Man, let me tell y'all something, right? Let me put y'all up on game, right? Now, for all you clowns that come in on my live, right? I'm gonna tell you what, let me explain to y'all the importance of self-conscious playing this debate over and over every day. We got 16 days left before the election. That's number one. And number two, America need to see all these fucking lies that Kamala Harris is telling. Want me to tell you why? Because it gives you an opportunity to say, you know what? She was saying the same shit 4 years ago. She was saying the same shit 4 years ago, and they ain't did nothing for the peoples yet. So why the hell you think I'm running that same debate over and over? Just for those out there that want to question self-conscious whereabouts, you want to question my methods, you want to question what I'm doing? Yeah, I like that. I love when them numbers drop down at the top. And you know what that lets me know? Them Democrats hauling ass. They running from the truth. But I don't care about that. I ain't going nowhere. Man, let me put y'all up on game, man. Let me kick some facts with y'all. Double tap the stream for the win first and foremost. If you's a Republican, if you's a certified Republican, like you say you are, you ain't gonna come in this live and not double tap that stream. Because y'all understand the importance of what's going on. We got 16 days left before the biggest moment in all of America history. Donald Trump said, people, we gotta fight. Y'all gonna fight with me, or y'all just gonna sit there and procrastinate? Y'all gonna sit there and fake like you's a Donald Trump supporter. I can't tell if you support Donald Trump. Get them likes up. Double tap the stream for the win. I'm about to go ham in here. I'm finna hit you with a bomb. Calm down, self-conscious. I'm finna hit you with a bomb, right? I want y'all to pay close attention to what self-conscious finna manifest, right? Because a lot of times, a lot of y'all be missing it. A lot of y'all come in my live with all the yammy, and don't know what you talking about. But I'm gonna put you up on game. If Kamala Harris, listen at me and listen at me good. Double tap the stream for the win. Get them 200 likes up there. Republicans, y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what happened 4 years ago. We're not going to allow history to repeat itself. Let's go, man. Let's flat foot get it. If y'all going to work, I love to see my mods in here. TV news channel, what's going on? We got news channel in the building. We got TV news channel in the building. Look at here, guys. My birthday is tomorrow. What is my cash app? News channel, you want to know what my cash app is? It's # self-conscious 1. # self-conscious 1. I appreciate the early birthday gift. Because y'all know how the Republicans rock. We show love to each other. But back to what I was saying. Because I don't want nobody to miss what I'm talking about, right? I told y'all every opportunity I come on live. News channel. The cash app is # self-conscious 1. Put it in the chat for me. Put it in the, somebody put my cash app. There we go. There we go. Self-conscious 1. That's it right there. Let me pin it. The cash app is pinned. Appreciate the money. As a matter of fact, this what I want to happen. Let me unpin that. Let me unpin that. I need to unpin that. Give me a second. I need to unpin that cash app. I need to unpin that. Because I'm about to go in. I'm about to blow a fuse in here. Y'all ain't got to go nowhere. Y'all ain't got to go nowhere. Don't lead alive. Don't lead alive. Oh, okay, I understand. Them Democrats. That's right. Them ain't Republicans. I know the Republicans ain't leaving alive. I ain't even worrying about that part. Let me unpin this cash app, though. Let me unpin this cash app real fast. Yeah. Donna Hicks. Get Donna Hicks out of my chat. Get Donna Hicks out of my chat right now. Get them out of my chat right now. That's what I'm talking about. News channel, you say pin my cash app. I'm finna pin it right now. And I need y'all to go check the news channel out, man. Go check our live out right now. Yeah, let me get this cash app up. I'm getting sick and tired, man. I'm about to go ham in this motherfucker in a minute. Let me get this cash app up. Y'all hold up 1 second. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. Let me unpin that message. I'm going to put the real Cash App up there. Let me put the real Cash App up there. Let me get it right now. I'm going to put it in the poll. I'm going to put the Cash App in the poll. That's what I'm finna do. The Cash App finna go up in the poll. Somebody just sent me $30 for the win. Appreciate that. Let me put the real Cash App up. Money sign, Steph No B. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's go. News channel. The news channel just sent me a $50 cash out for the birthday. And guess what I'm finna do? I'm finna pin her. I'm finna pin the news channel and on my live right now. That's what I'm finna do. I'm finna show her some LOVE. Let me make sure that's the real news channel. Let me make sure it ain't the other one. Let me make sure it ain't. Y'all just stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. Show me some love. Don't leave the live. Do not leave the damn live. Don't leave this motherfucking live because y'all finna miss out on something. I ain't playing with it. I ain't playing with it. Let me find the news channel. Let me find the news channel. Let me see if the news channel. Let me see if this is a. Go to the channel. Oh, that's a real channel. Appreciate the $10 super chat. Hey, look at here, guys. Everybody in my live right now. The news channel, I got it pinned. She just sent me a cash app. The cash app is pinned down there in the poll. She just sent me an early birthday gift. I need y'all to subscribe to her channel right now. But let me get back to what I was saying. Appreciate the $10. Let me check y'all. Let me tell y'all something, right? Let me put y'all up on game. Ever since Kamala Harris and Joe Biden been in the White House, right? America been going backwards. I got a question for everybody out there, especially those Democrats, those left lunatic radicals. I got a question for you. Tell me something Kamala Harris did for America. Tell me something Kamala Harris did for America. I bet you can't nobody put it in my chat right now. I guarantee you can't nobody put nothing in my chat right now that them Democrats did for America. Double tap the stream for the win. Let's get them cash. Let's get them super chats going. Get them likes up, guys. Get them likes up. Get them likes up. Get them likes up. Get them likes up. Cause Oprah Winfrey, we got 2 questions for Kamala. The first one, why did Kamala bring you on her TV show? That's number 1. Number 2, do anybody know about the cocaine that was found in the White House? I need y'all to subscribe to the news channel right now. Her link is pinned, man. Pick her up right now. Thank you, news channel, for the cash out. I appreciate that. Double tap the stream for the win. Double tap the stream for the win. Let's go, guys. Can anybody tell me about the cocaine that they found in the White House? Can anybody tell me about the cocaine that they found in the White House? If anybody can tell me something about that right now, I get off alive. I get off right now. But guess what? I ain't going nowhere because it ain't nothing to tell you. Guys, all I'm saying is this right here. Inflation. Let's talk about inflation for 1 minute. Inflation been pounding us out for the last 4 years. You can't even go get gas no more for a reasonable price. You can't even go in the grocery store with $100 bill and come out with anything. You might come out with 3 bags if you lucky. And the cost of living? Do we need to talk about the cost of living? Do we need to talk about those 2 little young girls that was raped and murdered by them illegal immigrants? Do we need to bring that part up? Or do we need to talk about what just happened in Texas with that old lady? Beat, raped, and robbed by them 4 illegal immigrants, them 4 Villa Waiter gang members. Do we need to talk about that? Or do the media need to talk about it? The media ain't gonna talk about it. Because the more they talk about shit that's going on in America, they know it's going to reflect on Kamala Harris. They don't want no reflection on Kamala. They don't want nothing to reflect on Kamala Harris. But guess what, though? We ain't going back. We refuse to go back. Are y'all with me? If you're rocking with Donald Trump, drop the letter Y in the chat right now. I double dare you to drop the letter Y in the chat right now. If you're rocking with Trump, manifest it. Show forth and prove. Let self-conscious know that you in here riding the pine with me. You gonna ride till the wheels fall off. Get them wires going. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Blow this MF up. Because, guys, we got 16 days left. We got 16 days in a wake up. They trying to turn the TV off, but we ain't going for it. We ain't going back. We refuse to go back. And let me put y'all up on game. Do y'all know the history of the Democrats? For the ones that's new to my life, let me hit y'all with a little ism. Don't y'all know the Democrats are the ones that started slavery? Don't y'all know that Democrats are the first ones that murdered and hung black men? Do y'all know that? Don't y'all know it was Abraham Lincoln, a Republican, set freedom people? Do y'all even know about that? See, a lot of y'all don't know about that. But the Kamala Harris trick, news channel, Trump, I need y'all to pick up. Appreciate the $10 super chat. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I got my Donald Trump people showing out. And guys, don't forget, my birthday and my daughter's birthday is tomorrow. We was born on the same day, October the 22nd. I ain't going to work tomorrow, and she ain't going to school. I'm trying to do something special for my daughter. Y'all check that cash out pin down there in the poll. Money sign, Steph No B, Republicans. Show my daughter some LOVE. Don't play with it, because guess what? For the next 16 days, you know what y'all gonna see? Y'all know that debate I'm playing now? I'ma run it every opportunity I get, guys. It's only a wake-up call, man. That's all it is. I'm just the messenger. It's a wake-up call. Because for too long, guys, and I'm about to get emotional right now. I hate when I get emotional, but I gotta give it to you raw and uncut. I need y'all to come on in the room and listen to this. I'm finna drop a bomb. I'm finna solidify everything right now. Please come on in the room. Republicans, 234 likes. Let's get that thing up to 300 likes, man. Y'all procrastinating with it. I told y'all what I'm going to do. I'm doing my part. Donald Trump say we do our part, he gonna do his part. I'm doing my part every chance I get. I come on this month every day and give it my all, trying to reach as many people as possible to get out and vote for Donald Trump and JD Vance November the 5th. I need y'all to fight with me though. Don't leave me hanging. Don't leave me on this live by myself. They got me boxed in the corner right now. I'm trying to come out swinging like Mike Tyson. I'm trying to throw haymakers like Lennox Lewis in his early days. That's what we gonna do. We gonna Lennox Lewis some stuff right now. Double tap the stream for the win. We so close to 600 likes. Correction, 300 likes. We got 657 people in the building right now. Trump train. Oh, girl, it's another one. Trump train. Oh, come on, guys. Double tap the stream for the win, man. Y'all know what time it is, man. We got to do this for the sake of Donald Trump, man. If Donald Trump do not get back in office, y'all talking about World War III? That's what's finna go down. World War III right here on our own land, guys. We need this border resecured. We got to get these illegal aliens up out of here, man. They coming from all over the world. We talking about Sanus Islands. We talking about mental institutions. Man, we talking about these folks coming from everywhere. And they killing. And not only that, dog, the bad thing about it, they eating the cats and dogs out there in Ohio. They eating the cats and dogs out there in Ohio, man. Tell me that ain't sick and pathetic. Tell me that's not sick and pathetic. They eating the cats and the dogs out there in Ohio. They out there ramshacking Colorado, bro. These peoples are doing everything. I'm talking about they destroying America. And we gonna sit here and act like we don't recognize that? Man, double tap that stream for the win. Stop faking with it, man. Get them likes up, man. Let's go, guys. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Stop faking with it. This Trump train, we at the top of the hour. We ain't at the bottom of the hour no more. We at the top of the hour. And when we get on the top of the hour, man, we go hard in the paint. I got a headache right now. I need to pop a high blood pressure pill or a Benadryl or NyQuil. I need to do something because I'm about to go berserk up in here. 40 more likes. Double tap the stream for the win. Let's go, guys. Double tap the stream. Double tap the stream. Double tap the stream, guys. Please double tap that stream. Y'all procrastinating. Y'all faking with it. Y'all faking with it. Y'all don't want it. Double tap that stream for the win. Double tap that stream for the win. Get them likes up. Get them likes up. We need 300 more likes so I can get back on the live stream. I gotta show y'all the debate, bro. We gotta watch this debate, man. Listen, all I'm saying is this right here. Oprah Winfrey, Barack Obama, Obama didn't do anything for us black people. Listen at what I'm saying. Obama did not do anything for the black community, bro. Donald Trump, when he was in office, He supported and saved every HBCU college that was about to go down. Donald Trump funded them the money, guys. And not only that, think about this part right here. Donald Trump brought black history back to the public classrooms. See, a lot of people ain't talking about that. Kamala trying to make it out of the be a color and a race thing. Color and race ain't got nothing to do with it, guys. Double tap the stream for the win. We so close to 300 likes, man. I'm about to catch a temper tantrum up in here if I don't see the number 300 up there. Double tap the stream, guys. The Cash App is open. The Cash App is open, man. Birthday wishes, birthday gifts. I need all of that. Come on through for me. What it do and what it don't do. News channel. I need y'all to subscribe to that channel right now, guys. I need y'all to subscribe to that channel right now. The news channel is the only one that sent me a cash out for the early birthday wish. The early birthday wish. I need y'all to come through, man. But check this out, though. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. I'm going to keep it a bean with you, right? I wasn't even going to share this with y'all. I really wasn't going to do it. I was going to keep my mouth zipped. I mean, the media do it. The media conceal a lot of stuff, right? But one thing I've learned about in life, right? Knowledge is infinite. You can't conceal the truth. When you conceal the truth, guess what? It start beating you up the side of the head and you be like, damn, man, why didn't I share this with... Man, I'm going to go ahead and break it down to y'all, right? We already know about the P. Diddy situation. We got that part. We know about the freak-offs, right? We know about the sex trafficking, right? But don't y'all know Oprah Winfrey is jammed up in that situation right now? Do y'all know about that? And now y'all wonder why. Listen at this. I'm finna justify and solidify something for y'all. Now y'all wondering why Kamala Harris appeared on the Oprah Winfrey show? Huh? Y'all want to know why? Because she already knew the indictments was coming. So the game plan and the trick is this right here. If I can get Kamala on my platform, I got millions of followers. They're going to automatically get out and vote for her. But guess what, Oprah? It's not going to work because we're not going back. The people's refuse. I refuse. And everybody around me, we refuse to get these Democrats 4 more years in office. Another 4 years in office means that America is done. History. It's over with. And if we don't fight, if we don't put the work in, guess what? We can't win. What did Donald Trump say when he took that bullet? Can anybody tell me in the chat what Donald Trump said when he got up from the podium and threw his fist in the air? What did Donald Trump say? What did he say? What did he say? What did Donald Trump say? Republicans, where you at? What did Donald Trump say when he rose up and pumped his fist in the air? There you go. There you go. Fight. So what we gonna do? Fight, keep fighting. I need to see the word fight in my chat. Let's go. Fight, 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 fight with me. Let's go. Let's fight. There you go. Let's fight. Let's fight, guys. Don't stop fighting, man. Don't leave me in the corner by myself. The Democrats, they think they winning right now, guys. We got to keep mashing the gas, bro. We can't play with it. We can't fake a shake. Messenger, one of your moderators are blocking Trump supporters. Who is that? Which one of my moderators blocking Donald Trump supporters? Huh? Who? Hey, listen. Listen. I don't need nobody blocking. Hey, listen, moderators. Do not block no Donald Trump supporters in my live. This is a Donald Trump platform. I do not need y'all blocking no Donald Trump supporters in this live. Do not do that. Please do not do that. If you're blocking Trump supporters in my live, it's going to be an issue. I'm going to tell you that now. It's going to be an issue. I don't need you blocking no Trump supporters in my live. Don't do that. Now, back to what I was saying. Look above my statement, the message block. What about, let me see it. Hold up for a minute, guys. Don't do that. Please don't block none of my peoples. Do not block my people, moderators. When I understand you got a job to do. I get that part. I get that part. But all I'm saying is this right here. Do not block a Donald Trump supporter in my live. Do not do it. News channel. I need y'all to subscribe to a channel. News channel, where you at? Where you at? Show your blue wrench off, News Channel. I need you to drop a comment so people will know where you at. Come on, drop a comment. Drop something. Let's go, News Channel. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Drop something in the chat, bro. There we go. Trump train. That's what I'm talking about. So anyway, guys, back to what I was saying, right? I'm going to play a little bit more of this debate, and I'm doing it for a reason, right? I'm going to tell y'all why I'm doing it for a reason. Now, from my understanding, I just seen $20 in chat revenue, right? People sent me $20. It's not showing on the live. It's not showing. So why is the revenue that I just earned is not showing on my live? Can somebody tell me that? Can somebody tell me that? Come on, guys, get them likes up, man. I need 19 more likes so we can get back on this thing. Black Americans stepping in to save America. You right about that, Brandon Lee. I like that. I like that. I like that part right there. That makes a whole lot of sense, guys. Come on with the chat revenue. I just seen somebody send me 2 super chats. I don't know why it's not showing. I don't get that part. What's going on? That part I don't get. Come on, guys. Let's go. 15 more likes for the win. 15 more likes for the win. And let me check this chat revenue because I know I just seen somebody drop some chat revenue. Let's see where that chat revenue at. Let's see where it's at. Now it's gone all of a sudden. Now the chat revenue ain't showing. Come on, man. What's going on, man? There we go. Okay, I see it right there. I see the chat revenue up there. I see the chat revenue. I see the chat revenue. Why is it not showing up on my stream? Why is the chat revenue not showing up on my stream? Come on, guys. Double tap that stream for the win. 7 more likes. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, man. Cash App, Super Chat, Super Thanks, all that stuff is open, man. All that stuff is open. Let's go, guys. 6 more likes. 6 more likes so we can finish this debate off so I can come back on camera and end the show. Let's go. Double tap the stream for the win. We done been on live 51 minutes, man. We should have already hit 300 likes. Let's go. Let's flat foot get it. There we go. Now we can get back to the stream real fast. Now we can get back to the stream. That's what I'm talking about. I love y'all guys. I love y'all, man. We got to put some work in, man. We close to the end. We can't play with it. We can't shake and fake and play with it, bro. We just can't.
Another Trump term. And when we listen to this kind of rhetoric, when the issues that affect the American people are not being addressed, I think the choice is clear in this election.
President Trump, I'll give you a quick minute to respond.
Yeah. Thank you. Because when I hear that, see, I'm a different kind of a person. I fired most of those people. Not so graciously. They did bad things or a bad job. I fired them. They never fired one person. They didn't fire anybody having to do with Afghanistan and the Taliban and the 13 people who's were just killed, viciously and violently killed. And I got to know the parents and the family. They didn't fire. They should have fired all those generals, all those top people, because that was one of the most incompetently handled situations anybody has ever seen. So when somebody does a bad job, I fire him. And you take a guy like Esper, he was no good, I fired him, so he writes a book. Another one writes a book, because with me they can write books, with nobody else can they. But they have done such a poor job, and they never fire anybody. Look at the economy, look at the inflation. They didn't fire any of their economists, they have the same people. That's a good way not to have books written about you. But just to finish, I got more votes than any Republican in history by far. In fact, I got more votes than any president, sitting president in history by far.
Let me continue on immigration. It was what you wanted to talk about earlier, so let's get back to your deportation proposal that the vice president has reacted to as well. President Trump, you call this the largest domestic deportation operation in the history of our country. You say you would use the National Guard. You say if things get out of control, you'd have no problem using the U.S. military. You also said you would use local police. How would you deport 11 million undocumented immigrants? I know you believe that number is much higher. Take us through this. What does this look like? Will authorities be going door to door in this country?
Yeah. It is much higher because of them. They allowed criminals, many, many millions of criminals. They allowed terrorists. They allowed common street criminals. They allowed people to come in, drug dealers, to come into our country, and they're now in the United States and told by their countries like Venezuela, don't ever come back or we're going to kill you. Do you know that crime in Venezuela and crime in countries all over the world is way down? You know why? Because they've taken their criminals off the street and they've given them to her to put into our country. And this will be one of the greatest mistakes in history for them to allow. And I think they probably did it because they think they're going to get votes, but it's not worth it because they're destroying the fabric of our country by what they've done. There's never been anything done like this at all. They've destroyed the fabric of our country. Millions of people let in, and all over the world, crime is down, all over the world except here. Crime here is up and through the roof. Despite their fraudulent statements that they made, crime in this country is through the roof. And we have a new form of crime. It's called migrant crime. And it's happening at levels that nobody thought possible.
President Trump, as you know, the FBI says overall violent crime is actually coming down in this country. But
excuse me, the FBI they were defrauding statements. They didn't include the worst cities. They didn't include the cities with the worst crime. It was a fraud. Just like their number of 818,000 jobs that they said they created turned out to be a fraud.
President Trump, thank you. I'll let you respond, Vice President Harris.
Well, I think this is so rich, coming from someone who has been prosecuted for national security crimes, economic crimes, election interference, has been found liable for sexual assault, and his next big court appearance is in November at his own criminal sentencing. And let's be clear, where each person stands on the issue of what is important about respect for the rule of law and respect for law enforcement. The former vice president called for defunding federal law enforcement, 45,000 agents, get this, on the day after he was arraigned on 34 felony counts. So let's talk about what is important in this race. It is important that we move forward, that we turn the page on this same old tired rhetoric and address the needs of the American people, address what we need to do about the housing shortage, which I have a plan for, address what we must do to support our small businesses, address bringing down the price of groceries. But frankly, the American people are exhausted with this same old tired playbook.
Vice President Harris, thank you.
Excuse me. Every one of those cases was started by them against their political opponent. And I'm winning most of them, and I will win the rest on appeal. And you saw that with the decision that came down just recently from the Supreme Court. I'm winning most of them. But those are cases, it's called weaponization. Never happened in this country. They weaponized the Justice Department. Every one of those cases was involved with the DOJ, from Atlanta and Fani Willis to the Attorney General of New York and the DA in New York. Every one of those cases. And then they say, oh, he's a criminal. They're the ones that made them go after me. By the way, Joe Biden was found essentially guilty on the documents case. And what happened in my documents case? They said, oh, that's the toughest of them all. A complete and total victory. 2 months ago, it was thrown out. It's weaponization, and they used it, and it's never happened in this country. They used it to try and win an election. They're fake cases.
President Trump, thank you. A really quick response here, Vice President Harris, on this notion of weaponization of the Justice Department.
Well, let's talk about extreme and understand the context in which this election in 2024 is taking place. The United States Supreme Court recently ruled that the former president would essentially be immune from any misconduct if he were to enter the White House again. Understand, this is someone who has openly said he would terminate, I'm quoting, terminate the Constitution of the United States, that he would weaponize the Department of Justice against his political enemies. Someone who has openly expressed disdain for members of our military. Understand what it would mean if Donald Trump were back in the White House with no guardrails, because certainly we know now the court won't stop him. We know J.D. Vance is not going to stop him. It's up to the American people
Vice President
to stop
Harris,
him.
thank you. Lindsay?
Vice President Harris, in your last run for president.
This is the one that weaponized, not me. She weaponized. I probably took a bullet to the head because of the things that they say about me. They talk about democracy. I'm a threat to democracy. They're the threat to democracy with a fake Russia investigation that went nowhere.
We have a lot to get to. Lindsay?
Vice President Harris, in your last run for president, you said you wanted to ban fracking. Now you don't. You wanted mandatory government buyback programs for assault weapons. Now your campaign says you don't. You supported decriminalizing border crossings. Now you're taking a harder line. I know you say that your values have not changed. So then why have so many of your policy positions changed?
So my values have not changed, and I'm going to discuss at least every point that you've made. But in particular, let's talk about fracking because we're here in Pennsylvania. I made that very clear in 2020. I will not ban fracking. I have not banned fracking as Vice President of the United States. And in fact, I was the tie-breaking vote on the Inflation Reduction Act, which opened new leases for fracking. My position is that we have got to invest in diverse sources of energy so we reduce our reliance on foreign oil. We have had the largest increase in domestic oil production in history because of an approach that recognizes that we cannot over-rely on foreign oil. As it relates to my values, let me tell you, I grew up a middle-class kid raised by a hardworking mother who worked and saved and was able to buy our first home when I was a teenager. The values I bring to the importance of home ownership, knowing not everybody got handed $400 million on a silver platter and then filed bankruptcy 6 times, is a value that I bring to my work to say we are going to work with the private sector and home builders to increase by 3 million homes by the end of my first term. My work that is related to having a friend when I was in high school who was sexually assaulted by her stepfather. And my focus then on protecting women and children from violent crime is based on a value that is deeply grounded in the importance of standing up for those who are most vulnerable. My work that is about protecting Social Security and Medicare is based on long-standing work that I have done, protecting seniors from scams. My values have not changed. And what is important is that there is a president who actually brings values and a perspective that is about lifting people up and not beating people down and name-calling. The true measure of the leader is the leader who actually understands that strength is not in beating people down, it's in lifting people up. I intend to be that president.
President Trump, your
Well, first of all, I wasn't given $400 million. I wish I was. My father was a Brooklyn builder, Brooklyn, Queens, and a great father, and I learned a lot from him. But I was given a fraction of that, a tiny fraction, and I built it into many, many billions of dollars, many, many billions. And when people see it, they are even surprised. So we don't have to talk about that. Fracking, she's been against it for 12 years. Defund the police, she's been against that forever. She gave all that stuff up very wrongly, very horribly, and everybody's laughing at it, okay? They're all laughing at it. She gave up at least 12 and probably 14 or 15 different policies. Like, she was big on defund the police. In Minnesota, she went out, wait a minute, I'm talking now, if you don't mind, please. Does that sound familiar? She went out in Minnesota and wanted to let criminals that killed people, that burned down Minneapolis, she went out and raised money to get them out of jail. She did things that nobody would ever think of. Now she wants to do transgender operations on illegal aliens that are in prison. This is a radical left liberal that would do this. She wants to confiscate your guns, and she will never allow fracking in Pennsylvania. If she won the election, fracking in Pennsylvania will end on day one. Just to finish one thing, so important in my opinion. So I got the oil business going like nobody has ever done before. When they took over, they got rid of it, started getting rid of it, and the prices were going up the roof. They immediately let these guys go to where they were. I would have been 5 times, 4 times, 5 times higher, because you're talking about 3.5 years ago. They got it up to where I was because they had no choice, because the prices of energy were quadrupling and doubling. You saw what happened to gasoline. So they said, let's go back to Trump. But if she won the election, the day after that election, they'll go back to destroying our country, and oil will be dead, fossil fuel will be dead. We'll go back to windmills, or we'll go back to solar, where they need a whole desert to get some energy to come out. You ever see a solar plant? By the way, I'm a big fan of solar, but they take 400, 500 acres of desert
President
soil.
Trump, we have a
These
lot
are
of
not
issues
good things
that we
for the
have to get
environment,
to.
as
We're
she
out of time.
understands.
Thank you.
Lindsay, thank you. We have an election in just 56 days. And I want to talk about the peaceful transfer of power, which, of course, we all know is a cornerstone of our democracy, and the role of a president in a moment of crisis. Mr. President, on January 6th, you told your supporters to march to the Capitol. You said you would be right there with them. The country and the world saw what played out at the Capitol that day, the officers coming under attack. Aides in the West Wing say you watched it unfold on television off the Oval Office. You did send out tweets, but it was more than 2 hours before you sent out that video message telling your supporters to go home. Is there anything you regret about what you did on that day?
You just said a thing that isn't covered. Peacefully and patriotically, I said during my speech, not later on. Peacefully and patriotically. And nobody on the other side was killed. Ashley Babbitt was shot by an out-of-control police officer that should have never, ever shot her. It's a disgrace. But we didn't do this group of people that have been treated so badly. I ask, what about all the people that are pouring into our country and killing people that she allowed to pour in? She was the border czar, remember that. She was the border czar. She doesn't want to be called the border czar because she's embarrassed by the border. In fact, she said at the beginning, oh, I'm surprised you're not talking about the border yet. That's because she knows what a bad job they've done. What about those people? What are they going to be?
Double tap that stream for the win. Check this out, guys. I had to take some moderators down to check something out. I will re-add you. But right now, I had to remove some moderators that narrow down to see who's doing whatever they doing. Double tap that stream for the win. Y'all already know what time it is. The Cash App is pinned. Show your boy some LOVE right now.
When are those people going to be prosecuted?
But let me just ask you.
You might ask her that question.
You were the president. You were watching it unfold on television. It's a very simple question as we move forward toward another election. Is there anything you regret about what you did on that day? Yes, sir.
I had nothing to do with that other than they asked me to make a speech. I showed up for a speech. I said, I think it's going to be big. I went to Nancy Pelosi and the mayor of Washington, D.C., and the mayor put it back in writing, as you know. I said, this is going to be a very big rally or whatever you want to call it. And again, it wasn't done by me. It was done by others. I said, I'd like to give you 10,000 National Guard or soldiers. They rejected me. Nancy Pelosi rejected me. It was just 2 weeks ago. Her daughter has a tape of her saying she is fully responsible for what happened. They want to get rid of that tape. It would have never happened if Nancy Pelosi and the mayor of Washington did their jobs. I wasn't responsible for security. Nancy Pelosi was responsible. She didn't do her job.
The question was about you as president, not about former Speaker Pelosi, but I do want Vice President Harris to respond here.
I was at the Capitol on January 6th. I was the vice president-elect. I was also an acting senator. I was there. And on that day, the President of the United States incited a violent mob to attack our nation's capital, to desecrate our nation's capital. On that day, 140 law enforcement officers were injured, and some died. And understand, the former president has been indicted and impeached for exactly that reason. But this is not an isolated situation. Let's remember Charlottesville, where there was a mob of people carrying tiki torches, spewing anti-Semitic hate. And what did the president then at the time say? There were fine people on each side. Let's remember that when it came to the Proud Boys, a militia, the former president said, stand back and stand by. So for everyone watching who remembers what January 6th was, I say, we don't have to go back. Let's not go back. We're not going back. It's time to turn the page. And if that was a bridge too far for you, well, there is a place in our campaign for you to stand for country, to stand for our democracy, to stand for rule of law, and to end the chaos, and to end the approach that is about attacking the foundations of our democracy because you don't like the outcome. And be clear on that point. Donald Trump, the candidate, has said in this election there will be a bloodbath if this and the outcome of this election is not to his liking. Let's turn the page on this. Let's not go back. Let's chart a course for the future and not go backwards to the past.
Let me just follow up here.
It was a different term, and it was a term that related to energy because they have destroyed our energy business. That was where bloodbath was. Also, on Charlottesville, that story has been, as you would say, debunked. Laura Ingraham, Sean Hannity, Jesse, all of these people, they covered it. If they go an extra sentence, they will see it was perfect. It was debunked in almost every newspaper, but they still bring it up, just like they bring 2025 up. They bring all of this stuff up. I ask you this, you talk about the Capitol. Why are we allowing these millions of people to come through on the southern border? How come she's not doing anything? And I'll tell you what I would do, and I would be very proud to do it. I would say we would both leave this debate right now. I'd like to see her go down to Washington, D.C. during this debate because we're wasting a lot of time. Go down to, because she's been so bad, it's so ridiculous. Go down to Washington, D.C. and let her sign a bill to close up the border because they have the right to do it. They don't need bills. They have the right to do it. The President of the United States, you'll get him out of bed, you'll wake him up at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you'll say, come on down to the office, let's sign a bill. If he signs a bill that the border is closed, all he has to do is say it to the Border Patrol, who are phenomenal. If they do that, the border is closed. Those people are killing many people, unlike J6.
We talked immigration here tonight. I do want to focus on this next issue to both of you because it really brings us this into focus, truth in these times that we're living in. Mr. President, for 3.5 years after you lost the 2020 election, you repeatedly falsely claimed that you won, many times saying you won in a landslide. In the past couple of weeks leading up to this debate, you have said, quote, you lost by a whisker, that you, quote, didn't quite make it, that you came up a little bit short.
I said that?
Are you now acknowledging that you lost in 2020?
No, I don't acknowledge that at all. I said that sarcastically. You know that. It was said, oh, we lost by a whisker. That was said sarcastically. Look, there's so much proof. All you have to do is look at it. And they should have sent it back to the legislatures for approval. I got almost 75 million votes, the most votes any sitting president has ever gotten. I was told if I got 63, which was what I got in 2016, you can't be beaten. The election, people should never be thinking about it. An election is fraudulent. We need two things. We need walls, and we have to have it. We have to have borders, and we have to have good elections. Our elections are bad. And a lot of these illegal immigrants coming in, they're trying to get them to vote. They can't even speak English. They don't even know what country they're in practically. And these people are trying to get them to vote. And that's why they're allowing them to come into our country.
I did watch all of these pieces of video. I didn't detect the sarcasm, lost by a whisker. We didn't quite make it. And we should just point out here as clarification, and you know this, you and your allies, 60 cases in front of many judges, many of them
no judge looked at it.
And said
they said we didn't have standing. That's the other thing. They said we didn't have standing, a technicality. Can you imagine a system where a person in an election doesn't have standing? The President of the United States doesn't have standing. That's how we lost. If you look at the facts, and I'd love to have you'll do a special on it. I'll show you Georgia, and I'll show you Wisconsin, and I'll show you Pennsylvania, and I'll show you. We have so many facts and statistics, but you know what? That doesn't matter because we have to solve the problem that we have right now. That's old news. And the problem that we have right now is we have a nation in decline, and they have put it into decline. We have a nation that is dying, David.
Mr. President, thank you. Vice President Harris.
Man, listen, man. I had to come back on live, right? I had to come back on live, man. I really got a fucking headache right now, but this is what I'm going to say. For everybody that I just took off my mod list, I will re-add you back. Don't worry about that. I need to find out who is blocking people. Somebody, I was informed, so I have to investigate it, right? But don't worry about it. Y'all guys will be back. As a matter of fact, we close to 400 likes. I need y'all to go ahead and get them likes up. And number 2, did y'all just hear Kamala Harris say that Donald Trump handpicked some people? Did y'all just hear that? Handpicked? Kamala, you handpicked Tampon Tim. That man don't have no political experience. He's just as dumb as you are, Kamala. So what you mean about Donald Trump hand-picking people? You the one hand-picking people. You trying to make it seem like, oh, well, I just picked the white man to be my vice president. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not racist, Kamala. Peoples are not falling for that. And didn't y'all hear about the McDonald's situation? Kamala Harris never worked at McDonald's, bro. Never worked at McDonald's. There is no record to show that she ever worked at McDonald's. Number one. Number two, she was never raised up in no middle class, bro. All them is lies. Don't y'all understand what's going on? Man, we got 16 days left before the election, man. What are y'all talking about, man? What are y'all talking about? 16 days left before the election, and y'all sitting up procrastinating. I'm talking about Republicans. I ain't even worrying about your Democrats. I know y'all Democrats don't want to see Donald Trump back in office. Y'all really want to do everything y'all can do to stop him from getting back in office. But we ain't going for it. But this is what I want my Republicans to know. Guys, we got to fight, man. I say this countless of times. We got to fight, man. We cannot allow history to repeat itself, man. We just can't do that, guys. I have to continue to reiterate the same shit over and over again until y'all come to a realization that we all that we have. Together we stand, divided we fall. Republicans, if we don't stand for something, we're gonna literally fall for anything, bro. 30 more likes for the 400 likes. Double tap the stream. If you's a Republican right now, you in my live right now, you rocking with Donald Trump, man. Double tap that stream. Let's go. Let's go. I'ma test y'all right now. I'm gonna test y'all right now and see where y'all at right now. 16 days. We just can't sit back and play around, guys. And the super chats and the super thanks is open. Why ain't nobody showing the channel no love? There go them 400. That's what the fuck I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm talking about right there. When y'all show up, guys, when y'all show up, y'all get the best out of me. Because that let me know that y'all rocking with me, that I ain't in this shit by myself, bro. This is a black man. And I'm going to tell y'all something. When the white man was voting for the black man, Barack Obama, big Dumbo the elephant ass is, ain't nobody have an issue with that. But you got a black man on live voting for a white man, now it's the issue. Now I got to be a house ninja. Now I got to be a bootlicker. I got to be all of that. I be whatever you want me to be. But you know what? Donald Trump needs to be the president, and he will win. And guess what? We gonna count them ballots this time. Them ballots gonna get counted this time. Y'all ain't getting off on us this time. And guys, revenue. I need channel revenue to help the channel grow. I need channel revenue. Send cash out. The cash app is down there. Let me pin the cash out. Let me pin this cash out, guys. They keep telling me to pin the cash app. I'm finna put the cash app up. I'm finna put it up right now. Money sign, self-conscious 1. Is that it? That's it right there. There it is right there, guys. There it is right there. There it is right there. Go check my YouTube community out. Me and my daughter's birthday is tomorrow. News channel. Y'all need to subscribe to her channel, bro. A lot of Donald Trump and Malene content on that channel. Please subscribe to our channel, bro. Let's go, guys. We got to put work in. We can't stay here and act like we got a year. We down, man. November the 5th will be here before you know it. I'm telling y'all, I'm giving y'all the head. Happy birthday. Thank you very much, News Channel. Appreciate that. France Panzer, get your dumb ass out of my chat. I'm not begging. My subscribers, my Republican peoples know what time it is. I need a little love right now. The Hurricane Helena messed us up down here in South Carolina. I'm struggling to get back on my feet. Somebody that already sent me $20 in chat revenue, but it's not showing on the stream. I don't get that part. I'm going to have to contact YouTube and see what's up with that. My moderators, if you see the blue wrench beside my moderators, subscribe to their channel. Let's go, guys. Y'all already know what time it is, man. They know woke a beast up, bro. I'm not going to stop until we get Donald Trump back in office, bro. We cannot allow the Democrats another 4 years. Do y'all understand what I'm saying when I say we can't allow these people another 4 years? Do y'all understand the importance and the dynamics of what 4 more years would do to America? Do y'all understand that out there? News channel, you are very welcome. Subscribe to the news channel right now, guys. Do y'all understand how important that is? Tell me. Talk to me. Y'all ain't talking to me. Y'all ain't talking to me, guys. 437 likes, man. Get them likes up. Let's hit 500. Republicans, let's show these Democrats how we get down. Run the likes up on their ass. Run the likes up on them. Give them a reason to run out of here. Give them a reason to run, because we ain't going back no more. Kamala Harris want to make this out to be a black and a white thing. This black and white ain't got shit to do with it. I love everything God created. How can I sit here and say I accept God as my creator, but I can't love and accept his creation? That don't even sound right. That shit won't even make no sense with it. Double tap the stream for the win. Double tap the stream for the win. 53 more likes for the big 500. 15 more likes for the 500. Show me that you're rocking with the Trump train. Boy, this top of the hour. This is the top of the hour, not the bottom, not the mid, but boy, we at the top of the hour. We got to show our asses right now. Appreciate that $5 cash out. Keep spreading the truth, brother, all love. Appreciate the $5. I got somebody in here that'll appreciate me and understand my current situation. That's what I'm talking about. Double tap that stream for the win, guys. Appreciate the big boy super chat. Appreciate the super chat. Let's go. Let's flat foot get it. Come on, guys. Don't play with it. Double tap that stream, because I'm going to tell y'all right now. I'm going to keep it a bean with you. I ain't even going to sit here and procrastinate, right? I'm going to tell y'all something. For y'all out there, listen at me, Democrats, left lunatic radicals. Listen at what I'm finna share with you. And I want you to pay close attention, because I don't want you to miss nothing I'm finna say. For y'all to honestly sit here and come in my chat and try to encourage the people to vote for someone like Kamala Harris. We talking about someone that's half original. They say Donald Trump is trying to make the billionaires tax-free and continue to tax, you know what I'm saying, the middle class. That's not true. That's not true. See, that's what Kamala Harris specializes in. She's a mass manipulator. That's what she's, a liar, a cheater, a deceiver, and a heartbreaker. That's what Kamala Harris is. If you break her down, she's a liar, cheater, deceiver, and a heartbreaker. And y'all out there falling for it. Y'all falling for it. Double tap the stream for the win. Double tap that stream. Cash App is open, guys. Let's get them Cash Apps going. I ain't got but 20% on the battery. Send me out with a happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, self-conscious. Happy birthday. You voted Trump today? D, I love you. I love you. I love you, D. Purple, you awesome too. As a matter of fact, every Republican in my life right now, I love all my Republicans from the bottom of my heart. I don't care what color you are. Double tap the stream. 25 more likes for the big boy 500. 25 more likes for the big boy. Show out one more time for your boy. Show out for me. Show these Democrats how we get down. Because guess what? For the next 16 days, boy, y'all gonna see self-conscious, a.k.a. self-con. I'm just the messenger. I ain't nothing but the messenger. And you know what? I'm going to tell you what, right? I'm going to put y'all up on game. And I'm not saying this to knock nobody or disrespect nobody, but my platform don't revolve around the streets. I don't get into nobody else's business. I don't care who's shooting who. That ain't none of my business. My business is MAGA, making America great again. And y'all gonna vote Donald Trump for the win. You better get up off your ass right now and get down there on that kiosk machine and let them damn fingertips get the popping and working. You better be voting Donald Trump for the win. Because if you don't vote Donald Trump, we fucked as a country. Pardon my language, but I gotta give it to you raw and uncut. Double tap that stream for the win. 15 more likes. Don't play with it. 15 more likes. Republicans, let's flat foot get it. Can I get some cash apps? Can I get some super chats? Can I get some super thanks? And Democrats, y'all like to say, oh, he on live begging. My Republican peoples already know what time it is. I ask for support. When I ask for support, they know I need support. They already know it. See the difference? Appreciate the $5 super chat. That's what I'm talking about. Drop it like it's hard. Drop it like it's hard. Because the last time I checked, Kamala Harris was losing in the polls. Huh? The last time I checked, Kamala was losing in the polls. Listen, guys, news channel. Please subscribe to her channel. Out Josie Wells, Outlaw. Please subscribe to his channel. Shout out. Shout out. Drop the letter Y in the chat if you rocking with self-conscious. If you rock with the messenger, put the letter Y in the chat right now. I need to see some Y's in the chat. Let me know if you rocking with me. And we don't need but 6 more likes for the big 500. Oh yeah, y'all rocking with self-conscious. I love it. I like it. I love it. My people show up and show out when I need them in a good way. Because we getting close to November the 5th. We getting close. Guys, we are getting so close to November the 5th. I can smell it. I can taste it on my tongue. We got to get Trump and Vance in office. Do y'all understand how much greater America could possibly be? Y'all talk about inflation. A lot of us are sitting out here complaining about the high gas prices. We complaining about the food prices. We complaining about the cost of living. We complaining about the borders being unsecured. If you get Donald Trump in office, he gonna take care of all of that. Can I get a witness? Oh, I see that big boy 500 at the $5 super chat. Show your boy some LOVE. Let's Flatfoot get it. I need them cash outs, because guess what? The super chats, it's all love, baby. I gotta wait every month to get them, but the cash outs, boy, they direct. I need somebody to drop a couple of cash apps on me for tomorrow. Tomorrow is the birthday, 10/22, for me and my baby girl. She the 22nd too. Go check my YouTube community. I screenshotted it. And guess what? For everybody that donate, you know what self-conscious gonna do? I'ma go live. So y'all can see I did the right thing with the money. I ain't play no games with it. Because guess what? I don't do no drugs. I don't even smoke marijuana. Double tap the stream for the win if you voting for Donald Trump. If you voting for Donald Trump, hit that like button. If you're voting for Donald Trump, hit that like button right now. Right now, let's Flatfoot get it. And subscribe to the news channel. Subscribe to the news channel. Because I'm going to tell y'all something, man. I'm going to be honest with you, right? Let me chill out a little bit, man. Y'all know how I get, man. When I get on this Donald Trump shit, bro, I go everywhere with it, guys. I'm not going to sit here and fake and shake with it. Because all I want y'all to know, man, we got to come together as people, bro. We got to come together as people. It don't matter what color you are, bro. It don't matter the color. We got to go hard in the paint. Your day was the 18th. Did it for Harris. I can believe that. Fight, 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 fight. I can believe all of that too. Double tap the stream for the win, guys. I'm going to go out here in the car and finish my live. I'm going in the car. I'm going in the car. I got to get this money. Y'all see what's going on? Her birthday tomorrow. Tell them who you voting for.
Donald Trump.
Tell them again.
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump for the what?
The win.
Okay, y'all heard that. Baby girl, show them your birthday balloons. Show them your birthday balloons. Birthday balloons. Tell them your birthday tomorrow to show you some love, baby.
My birthday tomorrow in the morning.
That's right. How old you gonna be?
5.
Nope.
What come after
6.
5? 6.
Say your pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which is stand one nation under God, indivisible, complete. This is for all.
Miss Susie said happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
You remember Miss Susie, don't
to
you?
you.
Miss Susie. Tell Miss Susie I done got big on you.
Miss Daddy got big on me. And when my birthday come up, guess what? Who I'm gonna be for my birthday?
Tell them who you gonna be for your birthday.
JoJo Siwa.
You gonna be Malene. You gonna be Donald Trump wife, Melina.
How did you slip that?
You voting for Donald Trump, ain't you?
Yeah.
That's right. I taught her very well. Donald Trump for the win.
But I want my birthday to be about.
What you want your birthday to be about?
Be about Elsa.
Okay, we tired of the high food prices, the high gas prices, and the cost of living, man. Y'all already know what time it is. Tomorrow is our day. Our birthday is on the same
Yeah,
day.
but you
October the 22nd, guys.
ain't gonna do nothing
Y'all
about
got
your
to show.
birthday.
I'm going to do it for you. I'm going to do her birthday. I want her to have a good birthday. I need y'all to come through. The cash apps is paying, guys. Show us some LOVE. Tell them to show you some love, baby girl.
Show me some love.
Where your mom at?
She outside.
Double tap the stream for the
I
win.
walked around here by myself.
Let me get back on this live real fast and kick it with my baby a little bit. I'm coming back on live. Y'all already know what time it is. Don't go nowhere. Trump for the win. Y'all already know what time it is. Y'all already know.
Believes he did not lose the election that was won by President Biden and yourself. But I do want to ask you about something that's come up in the last couple of days. This was a post from President Trump about this upcoming election just weeks away. He said, when I win, those people who cheated, and then he lists donors, voters, election officials, he says will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law, which will include long-term prison sentences. One of your campaign's top lawyers responded saying, we won't let Donald Trump intimidate us. We won't let him suppress the vote. Is that what you believe he's trying to do here?
Donald Trump was fired by 81 million people. So let's be clear about that. And clearly he is having a very difficult time processing that. But we cannot afford to have a president of the United States who attempts, as he did in the past, to upend the will of the voters in a free and fair election. And I'm going to tell you that I have traveled the world as Vice President of the United States, and world leaders are laughing at Donald Trump. I have talked with military leaders, some of whom worked with you, and they say you're a disgrace. And when you then talk in this way in a presidential debate and deny what over and over again are court cases you have lost because you did in fact lose that election, it leads one to believe that perhaps we do not have in the candidate to my right the temperament or the ability to not be confused about fact. That's deeply troubling, and the American people deserve better.
I'll give you 1 minute to respond, Mr. President.
Let me just say about world leaders. Viktor Orban, one of the most respected men, they call him a strong man. He's a tough person, smart. Prime Minister of Hungary. They said, why is the whole world blowing up? 3 years ago it wasn't. Why is it blowing up? He said, because you need Trump back as president. They were afraid of him. China was afraid, and I don't like to use the word afraid, but I'm just quoting him. China was afraid of him. North Korea was afraid of him. Look at what's going on with North Korea, by the way. He said Russia was afraid of him. I ended the Nord Stream 2 pipeline, and Biden put it back on day one, but he ended the XL pipeline. The XL pipeline in our country, he ended that. But he let the Russians build a pipeline going all over Europe and heading into Germany. The biggest pipeline. Look, Viktor Orban said it. He said the most respected, most feared person is Donald Trump. We had no problems when Trump was president. But when this weak, pathetic man that you saw at a debate just a few months ago, that if he weren't in that debate, he'd be running instead of her. She got no votes. He got 14 million votes. What you did, you talk about a threat to democracy. He got 14 million votes, and they threw him out of office. And you know what? I'll give you a little secret. He hates her. He can't stand her. But he got 14 million votes. They threw him out. She got 0 votes. And when she ran, she was the first one to leave because she failed. And now she's running. I don't understand it, but I'm okay with it because
your time is
I think we're going to do very well.
We've got a lot more to get to.
Turning now to the Israel-Hamas war and the hostages who are still being held, Americans among them. Vice President Harris, in December, you said, quote, Israel has a right to defend itself, but you added, quote, it matters how, saying international humanitarian law must be respected. Israel must do more to protect innocent civilians. You said that 9 months ago. Now an estimated 40,000 Palestinians are dead. Nearly 100 hostages remain. Just last week, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said there's not a deal in the making. President Biden has not been able to break through the stalemate. How would you do it?
Well, let's understand how we got here. On October 7, Hamas, a terrorist organization, slaughtered 1,200 Israelis. Many of them young people who were simply attending a concert. Women were horribly raped. And so absolutely, I said then, I say now, Israel has a right to defend itself. We would. And how it does so matters. Because it is also true, far too many innocent Palestinians have been killed. Children, mothers. What we know is that this war must end. It must end immediately, and the way it will end is we need a ceasefire deal and we need the hostages out. And so we will continue to work around the clock on that. Work around the clock, also understanding that we must chart a course for a two-state solution. And in that solution, there must be security for the Israeli people and Israel, and an equal measure for the Palestinians. But the one thing I will assure you always, I will always give Israel the ability to defend itself, in particular as it relates to Iran and any threat that Iran and its proxies pose to Israel. But we must have a two-state solution where we can rebuild Gaza, where the Palestinians have security, self-determination, and the dignity they so rightly deserve.
President Trump, how would you negotiate with Netanyahu and also Hamas in order to get the hostages out and prevent the killing of more innocent civilians in Gaza?
If I were president, it would have never started. If I were president, Russia would have never, ever, I know Putin very well, he would have never, and there was no threat of it either, by the way, for 4 years, have gone into Ukraine and killed millions of people when you add it up. Far worse than people understand what's going on over there. But when she mentions about Israel, all of a sudden, she hates Israel. She wouldn't even meet with Netanyahu when he went to Congress to make a very important speech. She refused to be there because she was at a sorority party of hers. She wanted to go to the sorority party. She hates Israel. If she's president, I believe that Israel will not exist within 2 years from now. And I've been pretty good at predictions, and I hope I'm wrong about that one. She hates Israel. At the same time, in her own way, she hates the Arab population because the whole place is going to get blown up. Arabs, Jewish people, Israel will be gone. It would have never happened. Iran was broke under Donald Trump. Now Iran has $300 billion because they took off all the sanctions that I had. Iran had no money for Hamas or Hezbollah or any of the 28 different spheres of terror. And they are spheres of terror, horrible terror. They had no money. It was a big story, and you know it. You covered it very well, actually. They had no money for terror. They were broke. Now they're a rich nation. And now what they're doing is they're spreading that money around. Look at what's happening with the Houthis and Yemen. Look at what's going on in the Middle East. This would have never happened. I will get that settled and fast, and I'll get the war with Ukraine and Russia ended. If I'm president-elect, I'll get it done before even becoming president.
Vice President Harris, he says you hate Israel.
Watch out.
I want to see my balloon.
Yeah, you can. You can show them to her. Don't bring them out, though. To get on the camera. Got to get on the camera. I don't think y'all understand what's going on. I don't think y'all understand the importance of what's going on right now, man. Double tap that stream for the win. Republicans, let's get them likes up, man. Let's get them likes up. 70 more likes for the 600. Let's flat foot get it. Oh, yeah, the Democrats, y'all want to run now. Y'all want to run when I get on the stream. Y'all know what time it is. When I get on the stream, I talk shit about you. Yeah, I make you feel like you're supposed to feel. You feel me? Let's flat foot get it. Guys, Leanne T. I see you right there. Hey, the reason why I took you off stand-up moderator, cause someone was telling me that someone was blocking my fans, bro, and I can't have that. Rick Hunter, you coming back? I got you. Don't worry about it. I got y'all guys, man. I just don't want nobody blocking people. I don't want nobody blocking no Donald Trump supporters, man. Don't block no Donald Trump supporters. Please don't do that. I don't need nobody doing that, man. I don't need that. I need all my Trump supporters on my live video right now. All my Donald Trump supporters. We need 59 more likes. 59 more likes, guys. Oh, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do that tonight, Outlaw. I got everything saved. I got everything saved on my live so I can go back and visit and see where it's coming from. I'll be back somehow. Because everybody don't need to be held accountable for what one person is doing. I try to give everybody equal opportunity to be a moderator or whatever. That's why I need y'all to be picking up the news channel right now. Pick up the news channel right now. Subscribe. Let's go. Double tap the stream for the win. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's go, man. Can we get to 600 likes? If you's a Republican on my live and if you ain't hit the like button, go ahead and smash that like button. Cash App is open. Pins, super chat, super thanks, all that good stuff, man. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, man. Where y'all at? Show up and show out, man. Drop MAG in the chat for me one time. I only got 10 more minutes left on the live. I got to make a phone call. I got to call a friend of mine. I got to make a phone call in 10 minutes, man. I need y'all to come on and show out, man. Let's flat foot get it. Let's make it do what it do. MAGA, that's right. That's right. I like that. I like that. I like that. Let's flat foot get it. Put that work in, man. Make it do what it do, man. Come on, guys. Let's get them likes up, man. We don't need nothing but 35 likes for the 600. I need to get off alive, and then I'm going to call. Y'all know I'm coming back on. Y'all know I'm going to come back on, but I need y'all to do y'all part too now. I need y'all to do y'all part too now. Let's go. I need y'all to do y'all part. Let's flat foot get it. Let's put the work in. Let's make it do what it do. Let's make it do what it do, guys. Where you at? I'm waiting on y'all to show up and show out in a good way. That's 569. We done been on live an hour and 23 minutes. We done been on live an hour and 23 minutes. Let's hit that 600 so I can get off and call my friend up. I need y'all to subscribe to the news channel. I need y'all to subscribe to that channel, man. Let's go. Let's make it do what it do. Let's make it do what it do. What's going on, Nikki? I see y'all up there. I see y'all. I don't see the news channel. Where you at, news channel? 76, 78, 79, 80. We need 23 more likes. I need my Republicans to hit them likes real fast, man. I got some stuff I need to take care of, man. Y'all come on, let's go. 577. Let's go. Let's go, let's go. 578, countdown. Vote red and save America. I know that's right. Donald Trump for the win. Y'all know what time it is. Trump for the win. Let's flat foot get it, man. Let's make it do what it do. 580, boy. We don't need but 20 more. Do I have 20? Do I have 19 Republicans on my live? Do I have 19 Republicans on my live that can hit that like button right now? Huh? Let's go. Where you at? Show up and show out in a good way. Show up and show out in a good way. I done gave y'all another good live, man. Let's do it. Let's do it. Trump all the way. I like that. Yeah, Kamala ain't got nothing going on. She trying to divide the people, man. Like I said, every day, man, we got to run this debate, bro. We have to run the debate every day so people can actually get to know who Kamala Harris is, because a lot of y'all haven't even done y'all homework about Kamala. A lot of y'all don't even know who Kamala really is. But I'm trying to show y'all who she is. She's a fraud, man. She's a big put on. She's a big put on. 9 more likes in the super chat. I don't care if the super chat ain't but 99 cents, man. Let's reach this goal. 9 more likes and a super chat. That's all we need, guys. And I'm coming back on live. I'm coming back on live in about an hour. I need to reach this goal. Let's get it. I got 6 minutes left. 6 minutes to get 9 likes in the super chat. Let's go. Republicans, let's go, man. Let's show up. I need y'all to show up and show out. Let's go. Hit that like button. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Turn on all post notification bell. Trump train, top of the hour. Y'all already know what time it is. I got some videos up too. Y'all need to go check them videos out. Y'all ain't been watching them videos, but y'all need to go watch them videos though. Let's go. Come on, guys. 6 more likes. 6 more likes. Republican Trump train. Top of the hour, man. It's getting dark out here. I'm still on the road. I'm still on the road, baby. I'm still out here. I'm still out here with you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to hold me down. I'm holding y'all down. Y'all got to hold old self-conscious down, boy. Make it do what it do. Oh, 602 likes. All right. We done hit the likes. Can somebody drop the super chat real fast? Super chat, super thing. I prefer the Cash App, though, for my baby girl for her birthday tomorrow. I really do prefer the Cash App. Okay, Leanne. No, Leanne, they ain't say you did it, baby. No, they didn't say you did it. No, what I was saying, I cleared the moderator list out because when this live ends, I'm going to be able to go back. Your average logical thinker, all of y'all coming back, y'all going to be mods. But I had to do that, man, so I can go and see who's doing what I was informed that was going on, because I don't need nobody blocking Donald Trump supporters on the platform, sweetie. I know it's not you. You've been rocking with me since day one. I already know that. I got that. Can somebody drop the Cash App? Brandon, I appreciate that. I don't understand why any black person would say they're a Democrat. They came from the Democrat Party. You're right about that. The Democrats are the ones that, man. Abraham Lincoln freed. Abraham Lincoln was a Republican. That's what black peoples need to know. Let's celebrate the first super on the live stream. Drop the letter Y in the chat for this man, guys. Let's celebrate it. Drop the letter Y. Drop the letter Y. Let's celebrate this man. That man just donated to the channel, man. Show him some love. Show the man some love. He just donated to the channel. Come on, let's go. I need more than one Y, man. I need them Ys, man. That man just donated, bro. I got people donating to the channel, man. Show this man some love, bro. Let's flat foot get it. Double tap the stream for the win. Yeah, we got tricked, Elizabeth, but we gonna bounce back. Hey, Leanne, Rick Hunter, I need y'all to subscribe to the news channel. Go check her YouTube channel out. I need y'all to subscribe to it, bro. I need y'all to subscribe to the news channel. Okay, that's what's up. All right, guys, I'm about to jump off. I guess I was not good for a Cash App. Well, I did get 2 Cash Apps today. I appreciate that. But I was hoping that more people showed me some love due to the fact tomorrow is my birthday and my daughter's birthday. I'm off of work. But guess what? I appreciate what y'all guys done for me. I ain't mad at you, man. I appreciate that. Tina, I know you're not impressed because I'm talking about Kamala Harris. You don't supposed to be impressed. I appreciate that, Justin. No problem, baby. I know if you had it, you would send it. Love you, bro, and everything you do. Appreciate that, Justin. Ain't nothing but love, baby. That's what I'm